Hmm. Mute.
Host started recording.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings, greetings, and greetings to each and every one of us. We welcome you with open arms to Globally Changing Lives Deep Dive. And today is Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. And we are starting the webinar with our signature tune, In It to Win It, by one of our global ambassadors, Queen Lerato Shadari. And we're calling on Dr. Derek to play that for us. So over to you, Dr. Derek. If you're ready, we are ready for you. Thank you.
My bad. A minute.
Are you sharing your screen, Dr. Derek? We don't see anything. You hear the music.
Sorry. Yeah.
Is the music playing? I can't hear anything. Okay. Okay, I'll hang up. Wait a minute.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. Thank you, Sister Shadare. We appreciate your music and we appreciate your wonderful voice. So we're moving now to the next section. We saw all that nonverbal communication from the video, and we apologize for any wrinkles that you may have noticed with the sound, that's okay. It's all right. It's a baby. Without time, we're going to get to where we have to be. So the next segment is the mindset. Our CEO has promised us the physical, and we are providing the mental by ourselves. When I say ourselves, I'm referring to global ambassadors. And for today, the mindset speaker that we have is Dr. T. And the topic she's going to talk to us about is part 2 of one that she shared with us last week. And most of us know who she is, but just a brief summary of who Dr. T is. She is an international transformational speaker. She is a life coach, empowerment trainer, a former TV talk show host. She's an educator and an author of 4 books. So for those of you who may not know her, you just have in a nutshell who she is. And if you need to know anything about the 4 books, you can request that Dr. Queen Tony puts it in the chat for those who want to know about it. And she does a lot with youth, especially during the summer and during the course of the year, depending on your availability. So let's listen to her. Dr. T is going to talk to us about 12 signs that you are a natural born leader who influences others around you. As I said earlier, this is part 2 of a series that she started last week. So without further ado, please let us welcome Dr. T so she can help place us in the right spot where we should be at this stage in our unpassive journey. Queen Dr. T, I know you're in the house.
Can you see me? Okay,
Yes, we can.
All right. Okay. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Greetings. I just want to say that I want to add one more thing to my resume. I am a natural born leader. Now, I'm not saying that with arrogance. I'm saying that with confidence. And before we get off of this webinar or before we leave for the night, I want you all to begin to see yourselves as natural born leaders, because you are. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that about yourself and begin to confess that and begin to live that and begin to walk that out. Several weeks ago, we talked about superpowers. And I want you to add this one to that list. Being a natural born leader is a superpower. All of us are influencers, whether you want to believe that or not. You are all influencing someone or a group of people. The question is, are you influencing them positively or are you influencing them negatively? That's for you to decide. Last week, we covered 6 of the signs of a natural born leader, and today we're going to cover the other 6. But I want to let you know going forward that this is a tribe. I consider Deep Dive a tribe, and you're all a part of that because you're listening to what I'm saying to you, and we all have one common goal, and that is to be successful, and that is to live out our purpose, that is to discover our authenticity, and that is to be all that we can do while we are taking up space on this earth. So we are a tribe, and I think that most of you may believe that you chose on passive. Nope, on passive chose you. Why? Because it drew you to something that's greater than yourself. It drew you. Those 1.4 million people, the people that are on this webinar, it drew you. It lets you know that there's something out there that you can do. There's greatness in you. And you want to be able to live that out while you're in this realm. You want to be able to be a world changer. You want to be that natural born leader which you were ordained to be. So right now, I want to cover the last week's 6 signs, and then we're going to go into the next 6 signs. Just to do a recap. The first sign that I shared with you all last week was that you are not easily influenced. That's because you have your own mind. You're not swayed to and fro. And that's what makes you a leader. Number 2, you handle criticism well. The third one is you are not afraid to speak your own mind, but you speak your mind with respect. You do it respectively. You don't try to offend anyone. You're not trying to get over anyone or to just push your opinion about everything, but you do it respectfully. The fourth one, you are a great listener because you make everyone feel like they are important. So you listen, you're empathetic, you're caring. Though these are signs again of being a good leader, being a natural born leader. The fifth one is that you exude calmness even in chaos. You're the one that can save the day. No matter what the situation may be, I don't care how chaotic it may be, because you are in that presence, you have a calmness about you, and you encourage others to maintain their calmness so they can get through that crisis. And the sixth one is you're a problem solver. Problems is not a challenge for you. You welcome them because you know that by looking at the situation, you can see the glass being half full and not half empty. Therefore, you are an excellent problem solver. Now, the next one I want to cover is number 7. Number 7 is you respect others' time. This is so important. You're the type who respects others' time because you know it's just as important as them respecting your time. So you respect other people's time because you want people to respect your time. It's important. That means that you're punctual. That means you don't make people wait for you. That's so important. And when you're talking to someone, you listen to them and you give them time to express how they're feeling. You're not trying to rush them. So you're expecting people's time. And if you respect other people, they are going to respect you. This is a sign of being a good leader. This is a sign of being a natural born leader by respecting people's times. I know that many of you, if not all of us, have experienced situations where you had to wait unnecessarily. Somebody's supposed to be coming to do something for you. So they don't call. They don't text. They don't email. They don't do anything. And you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. And they never get anything done. And then when they do get to you, they're that apologetic. They're very just concerned about how you feel. And those are people who are selfish and self-centered. But you, who are striving to be a natural born leader, you have a respect for time, because time is one of the most important commodities that we have. Therefore, you don't abuse it. Okay, therefore, because you are a considerate person, because you respect time, you are a mature person, and you are a very considerate person. That is the first sign, that's number 7 of being a good leader, a natural born leader. Number 8, you're confident, but you're not arrogant. I'm going to say that one again. You're a confident person, but you're not arrogant. An arrogant person is normally a person who might be narcissistic. They have low self-esteem. Yeah, they have low self-esteem. A person who's arrogant, they have low self-esteem because what they're doing is they are compensating for something that they lack. They're very critical oftentimes, and they always want to have the last word. They always want to be upfront. Even when they're probably not supposed to be upfront, they're not good leaders at all. They're arrogant. But a person who is confident, that's a person who's not trying to tip over into arrogance. That's a person that believes in their abilities and they can still remain humble. That's a true sign. Humility. Humility is one of the characteristics of a person who is confident. They know their self-worth. They don't have to prove anything to anybody. They don't have to be the smartest person in the room. If they are the smartest person, they don't have to flaunt that. They don't have a problem being behind the scenes. And because they are confident, people usually thrust them into leadership because you can see it. It's so evident. The aura is so strong when you're dealing with a confident person because the way they carry themselves, they carry themselves with pride, but again, it's not arrogant. But at the same time, they're humble. They're considerate. They're loving, they're nurturing people. And that's what makes them so confident because, again, they know who they are. They're not struggling about who they are. They don't have a problem, again, like I said, being behind the scene. And in fact, they encourage other people to go forward because that's all part of being a good leader because they want you to be all that you can be. That's a person who's confident. So they're not threatened by your accomplishments. They encourage you to be accomplished because they know that they're accomplished and they don't have to show it off. So again, number 8, you're a confident person, but you're not arrogant. Number 9, you're adaptable to change. Change is not something easy to do. I'm telling you right now, I know firsthand, and most of you may say to me, Dr. T, I know where you're coming from. Change is very, very uncomfortable sometimes because it takes you out of your comfort zone. It takes you out of your comfort zone, but everything must change. Nothing is going to stay the same. Even when I think about on passive, who would have ever thought that Tunishai Ford would ever be involved in an AI company? I'm going to tell you right now, computers and technology, that is not my thing. It's not. But I know that God has drawn me to this company. I know that. And it's amazing to me how he's going to use AI technology to allow me to do what he's called me to do. And although I may not be very astute in this area, I know I have to learn. Now, I may not be a Dr. Derek. I understand that. But I can learn the basics so that I can understand what's going on, so that I can do something with the technology that's been put in my hands. Remember I did that sermon or that topic on what do you have in your hand? I have this in my hand, and it's going to be for my benefit. And all of that pertains to you too. So whatever you are struggling with in terms of change, it might be like maybe God is telling you that you need to go to another state or another country because that's where your mission is, and you're uncomfortable because you don't want to leave your family and your friends behind. Maybe you have to go back and get an education or go get some type of schooling or training, and you feel uncomfortable with that because you don't feel like going to school. You may feel like I'm too old for that, or I'm just not smart enough. But these are all factors of growing. There are things that you need to do to grow and to realize your potential. So being an adaptable person is all part of change. You're adaptable and you're flexible. And this is very important to being a leader. So you're adaptable to change. Change is growth. Always remember that. Change is growth. If you're not changing, if you're not transforming, then you're dying. You're stagnant. And nobody wants to be stagnant. So again, number 9, you're adaptable to change. This is a very, very important part of being a world leader and being a natural born leader. That's number 9. Number 10, and this one is so important, very, very important. You respect everyone. You respect everyone. Respect isn't titles or hierarchy. It's about knowledge, being knowledgeable. That humanity is in all of us. We are all part of the human race. If you're someone who treats everyone with the same kindness and respect as you would somebody with notoriety, then you are a very powerful person. You are a very powerful personality, and you are a natural born leader. Respect is 2 ways. If you want me to respect you, you have to respect me. Your ability to respect everyone, regardless of their status, speaks volumes about your character. I want to give you an illustration about this because it's very, very dear to my heart, because I'm pretty sure that many of you, if not all of you, have been in situations where you may have felt like because of your status or your education or where you live, maybe even the color of your skin, that people treat you differently because they don't understand that you are special too, that you are somebody, and that you have a vital role to play in this world. But I want to give you an illustration. This is the true story. There was a pastor. He was a very wealthy man, very astute, and this man was a prominent pastor, but a lot of people on a different part of the demographic did not know who he was. So he was asked to come and be a guest speaker at a church. So when he arrived, he said, I want to see just what this church is made of. So what he did was he took off all of his $5,000 suits and his shoes and everything, and he dressed up like a common man. In fact, he dressed like he was a bum. That's how he came in, because he wanted to see what the congregation was all about. He wanted to know where their hearts were. He wanted to know, are these genuine people? Are they genuine good people who love God? So what he did was he went in disguise. And when he walked into the church, people looked at him and they backed off of him. They didn't speak to him. In fact, what they did was they ushered him to the back of the church, not even realizing who he was. So as the church service went on, he's sitting there in the back of the church. Now, remind you, this is the guest speaker. Okay, he just came in and didn't tell anybody who he was. He just sat in the back like the usher told him to do. And when it was time for the speaker to come up, the pastor didn't realize that he was right in the audience all the time. Because remember now, the pastor had not had a chance to meet this man. So when the pastor introduced the speaker, hoping that he was in the audience, the man in the back of the church raised his hand and he walked up. He said, I am Pastor so-and-so. And everybody was in awe. They said, oh my God. And they realized, the ushers realized how they treated him. People didn't speak to him. And when he got in the pulpit, he said to them, you know, I realized that this is not the kind of church that I want to be a part of. That you all did not know me. You all did not welcome me. You did not speak to me. All you did was judge how I looked. He said, I am a multi-millionaire. He said, I have 50 churches under me all over the world. He said, I can run circles around all of you. But because I dress a certain way, you all did not accept me. You judged me. You looked down on me. And oftentimes, we as people, we are prejudiced against that. If a person doesn't have a certain status, you don't want to be around that person. If a person doesn't live in a certain type of home or drive a certain type of car or doesn't have a certain degree, then you don't want to be bothered. That's not right. But a person who's truly a leader, a person who's genuinely authentic and genuine, they're going to respect everyone. From the man who's in the White House, President Biden, to a bum on the street. You're going to treat them with respect and honor. Because, again, they are part of the human race. And a person who is a natural born leader, they recognize that. They're no respecter of person. They treat everyone the same. And that's with kindness and respect. Number 11. Number 11. Lead with no apologies. Yes, that's what I said. When you are a natural born leader, you're going to lead with no apologies. Because your convictions is what guides you. What motivates you to go forth and do what you are ordained to do. You don't have to sit there and explain to anybody why you do what you do. Because first of all, it's authentic. Secondly, it's going to be God-driven. And thirdly, you know that this is where you're supposed to be. So you don't have to apologize for that. If you are truly a natural born leader, you don't apologize for the purpose that you have ordained to do in this world. You don't apologize because you know who you are. You know that you are authentic. You know that you are purpose driven, and you know where you're going and how you're going to get there. So when you are a leader, a natural born leader, you're going to lead with no apologies. You don't have to apologize for anybody. You don't owe anybody any explanation as why you are who you are and why you do what you do. And make sure, I'm talking about something good. I don't mean this negative stuff and doing something evil. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about a person who is good, a person who's thriving to live out purpose, a person who wants to live out their destiny, and a person who wants to have an impact, a positive impact in this world. So a person who is a natural born leader, they are going to lead with no apologies. And the last but not least, you're going to acknowledge that there is someone greater than you who leads and guides your path. And that person is God. Yes. Oh, yes. You're going to acknowledge that there is someone greater than you who leads and guides your path. If you are a natural born leader, that means that you have a leader. That you're not a lone ranger. There's someone who is guiding and ordering your footsteps. And when you remember that, you cannot go wrong. Being a natural born leader means that you are an influencer. As I mentioned very earlier, that there are people who are watching you. There are people who listen to what you say. They watch your lifestyle. They follow you. They follow what if you're on Facebook or any other social media platform, they're watching that. So you have to be an example because you don't know whose life you may be influencing. And you want to be a positive influencer, not a negative one. So again, I shared with you 12 signs that will show you that you are a natural born leader. So let me give you a recap. Number one, you are not easily influenced. Number 2, you handle criticism well. Number 3, you are not afraid to speak your mind. Number 4, you are a great listener. Number 5, you exude calmness even in chaos. And number 6, you are a problem solver. Number 7, you respect other people's time. Number 8, you're confident and you're not arrogant. Number 9, you're adaptable to change. Number 10, you respect everyone. Number 11, you lead with no apologies. And number 12, you acknowledge there is someone greater than yourself that leads and guides you, and that's God. Thank you so very much for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Dr. T. Wow. Very much appreciate it. Very, very much appreciate that. And I don't know if anyone, okay. That's the beauty of O Connect, Dr. Derek, because I push the button and I see that you are already accessing it. And I just, all right, okay. Your finger touched it before mine. That's really, really good. Oh, O Connect. I cannot just imagine what else is going to happen with this, with all the updates that they're putting into it. Dr. T, thank you so much. Those 12 steps, I know last week we had 6, and today you just bombarded us with the remainder of it. And the last one is very special. So I'm going to pass it over to the audience. If anyone has anything to say besides Dr. Benny, that I see her hand is raised, by all means, go ahead. But while waiting for everyone else, Dr. Benny, please go ahead.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi, my mommy. Sorry. I said my mommy. Ooh. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my queens and kings. I will say astonishing presentation to our Queen, Dr. T. Hi, thank you so much. Well, the last, you gave us something here. Now, before I proceed, number 7, when it comes to punctuality, I have a lady here who is always punctual. And wherever she goes, she's always 30 minutes early or more. Her name is Queen Mary B. Wilson. I know she's here, but I really want to acknowledge her and to thank her for everything that she has done. For T, you said there is someone who is greater. Since you make me to understand that I am a natural born leader, oh, I'm excited. I am a leader.
You are.
And no one can stop me. I am a leader. Now, being a leader is that I do respect each and everyone I do. Whether you're a baby or you're an elderly, I do respect them. But something that I love, there is someone who is greater than me. And is the person that I always smile at. The person that I always say, If it wasn't for him, Mr. Ash Mofara will not be here.
Just to register.
And again, Mr. Ash, by the way, Dr. T, do you know that yesterday was Mr. Ash's mother's birthday?
That was one program.
Happy birthday or happy belated birthday,
Yes.
Mama Mofare. So,
Let me give you the meeting.
the person who is greater than all of us
The meeting.
is our Heavenly Father, the one that I always acknowledge, the one who created you and I. He wakes you and I up every morning. It's because of him that you and I were breathing. It is because of him that you and I, we are here. But like I said, no one can stop me. If I attend any webinar and I talk about God and you don't like me, too bad. You will not see me again. I am telling you the truth. There is no one that can brag about my father more than me. Anyway, thank you so much, Queen Dr. T. We appreciate you for everything that you have done. I really appreciate you. And Queen JW for everything that you guys have been doing here about this mindset. It's really helping us. And I believe you guys will continue to do that until we start making these dollars. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you. We appreciate you as well very much. All right. And okay, JW, I was just going to say something and you're here. So I was going to call on you, JW. Please proceed.
Yes, thank you. Good evening to everyone. It's just so amazing. It's really amazing to be part of something so great, greater than we ever imagined. And just to be surrounded with amazing people from every culture, every nation. It's truly amazing. Got to give all the thanks to Dr. Derek. Besides God, thank you, Dr. Derek, for allowing us to even have this platform. And thank you, Queen Debbie, and thank you, Dr. Benny and Dr. Patience. And y'all just keep on doing it no matter what. And that show that y'all are definitely born leaders. You do it every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Sunday, and don't talk about all the other webinars y'all go to. So thank you so much for giving us this platform and being the leaders that all of you are. And Dr. T, amazing. You bring it to us every Tuesday, and you bring us to us what we truly need. It's not some analysis that you're doing or somebody information. You're speaking from your heart. You're authentic. You already walk the road. You have experienced some of this that you're sharing with us. And thank you so much. Yes, we need to respect others' time. Not only your boss time, because you get paid for it, but those, your family, your friends, anyone. And in turn, like Dr. T said, they will respect you. Confidence, a true leader needs confidence, because you cannot go and speak to someone and be negative. They will not look at you as a leader, and you have to, because then you have no self-esteem, like Dr. T said. You're not there to build someone up. You're tearing them down because you're tore down. And adaptable to change. Yes, we got to be adaptable to change, because we go through change every day. The ones that we have no control of, there's changes we don't have any control of. And there's changes that we do have control of.
Right.
Change is good. Yes, we have to move out of our comfort zone. Yes, we might have to move. maybe a loved one. Sometimes people have to go because their parents are sick and they have to change their whole agenda. Do it. God is with us. He's always there, and he's going to make everything work for our good, not for your bad. Respecting everyone. My father always told me, be careful how you treat people, because you don't know the day come when you're going down the road and you need a ride, and because you're so ugly and you didn't care and you didn't respect people, they just drive on by and say, let that person walk, let them see how it feels. They will actually say that. So we got to respect each other no matter what. Even when people are being ugly, still respect them, because God loved us even when we're sinners, and he still is merciful to each and every one of us every day that he gives us when we open our eyes. That's God. That's his mercy. And lead without apology. You don't need no apology. You know, because if it's what God set out for you to do, you just do it.
Right.
And the Holy Spirit is going to be there. You know, sometimes before I get on a webinar, I ask the Holy Spirit to guide me, because I don't write notes, and I really don't like writing notes, because then you got to look here and there. But when I speak from my heart, it just rolls, and I don't have to worry about anything, you know. So lead without apology and acknowledge that there's someone greater than you. And thank you, Dr. T, for bringing that, you know, nailing us against the wall with that, because some of us think we're doing it. We got it like that. No, it's God. It's not us. It's the Holy Spirit within us that guide us in everything that we do, if we allow it, if we welcome it. You know, so thank you so much for those points, for those 12 points. Each and every one of them is important. Every one of them. And if we implement them, and don't say that we don't have them. I remember Lisa, like said last week, Lisa Nichols said we were born ready. So all this stuff is already within us. It's by choice if we decide to use it and implement it into our lives. So thank you, Dr. T. You're amazing. You nailed it. And we're so privileged. It's a godsend that you're here with us on this platform. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. Let me just say this too, about these 12 signs. You know, when I looked at the 12 signs, you know, I have to be very honest. I want to be transparent. I don't think I've arrived in all these areas. You know, you may say yes, no. I don't think so. And when I looked at this, I began to get very teary-eyed, because I said, you know, Lord, I have some growing to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just being transparent. I have some growing to do. You know, just because I make note of what they are, it doesn't mean that Dr. T has arrived.
Right.
I'm aware of them, and I'm working on them. Whenever I speak to you all, I'm speaking to me first.
Yep.
I'm the first partaker. Trust me. When I've gone over my notes and preparing this, I'm the first partaker. Yeah, but you're getting seconds. I'm sorry. You're getting seconds. I have to get it first. And I challenge myself, and it's like, okay, you know, some of these things, they're me, right on point. They're me all the way. But some of these things, like, you know, you have some work to do, young lady. So just because, you know, I gave you these signs doesn't mean that if you don't have all 12 of these, that you're not a good person, that you don't have the potential to be a leader. No. This platform is to help us grow and be the best who we are. And like Dr. Benny said, until you start getting your money. And when you get your money, then you'll know what's expected of you. You don't wait to get rich to start changing. You change before you get rich, so that you'll know what to do with the money. Because remember, we talked about money being a living entity. But guess what? So are you.
Yep.
You're a living entity. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So we want to. It's all about transforming. It's all about a paradigm shift. It's all about going through that metamorphosis and reaching a place where you know that you are your best self and living your best life now. And it doesn't matter about the chaos going in the world. We can't do anything about what's going on in the world. But guess who we can control? Ourselves.
Yeah.
We can control ourselves. And that's all that God is expecting And when we control ourselves and be the best that we can be, the people who are watching our lives, they will be positively influenced to do the same.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. As Dr. Derek would say, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Queen JW. Thank you, Dr. T, and thank you, Dr. Benny. At this stage, I'm going to say we're moving to the next segment, which will be what everybody, an additional thing that we're all waiting for, especially after the amazing mindset from Dr. T. So it's the cybersecurity tips to stay protected. And our First Lady, Queen Sister Dr. Benny, is the one who will share that with us. And just a little brief something about her for those who may not remember that she is our one and only First Lady who holds a PhD in information technology, information security and assurance, as well as cybersecurity. And she also has certification in 9 areas of information technology. So that's a little tip, just a little summary of what she is going to share with us and a little background about her. So please, let's welcome her, our sister, Queen Dr. Benny. Over to you, sis.
I'm not a co-host. So I'm just going to read it here, if you don't mind. Thank you. All right, this topic today, I know this topic is about how to know if your phone has been hacked. Do you want to know if your phone has been hacked? We all know that a lot of things are happening all over the globe. Most importantly, those who are utilizing cell phones, either iPhone, either Android, or any other phone. So, as you all know, I am going to start reading since I don't have, I'm not a co-host, but I will start. How to know if your phone has been hacked. Now, is your phone acting strangely? It could be a hacker. Unfortunately, phone hacking is a persistent threat, and it can affect the performance of your device and expose your personal data. Now, keep reading to learn the signs of phone hacking and what to do if you fall victim. Then protect yourself with mobile security software like Avast One, PC Protect, McAfee, Bitdefender, Northern, AVG, and more security. What is phone hacking anyway? We want to know, right? What phone hacking is. Phone hacking is the act of accessing a smartphone. You have a smartphone, I have a smartphone. Now, it's communication or it's data without consent. Phone hacking can range from stealing personal details to listening in on phone conversation. There are several ways someone can hack a phone, including using phishing attacks, tracking software, and unsecure Wi-Fi network. Phones are popular targets for hackers because they contain so much personal information all in one place. You guys know that, right? Some of us, instead of us keeping some of the information at home, we decided that we want to insert it into our cell phones, not knowing that you can mistakenly misplace your phone. Smartphones hold everything from emails and phone contacts to banking and website login credentials. Hackers can sell these data on the dark web, use it to commit identity theft, or carry out a host of other cyber crimes. So what are those signs? One, we have cyber criminals. Cyber criminals are always refining their methods, making their attacks increasingly difficult to spot. Attackers can even remotely deactivate your phone. So it's essential that you stay one step ahead. Thankfully, there are clear phone hacking signs that can help you determine if you have been targeted. All right, one is pop-up. Now, if you are seeing a lot of pop-ups ads, your phone could have an adware infection. What is that? Adware is a type of malicious software that secretly installs itself on your device and displays unwanted advertisement and pop-ups. In some cases, adware can even track your online behavior and displays personalized ads. Adware is short for advertising supported software designed to throw advertisement up on your screen, most often within a web browser. Some security professionals view it as the forerunners of the modern day PUP, which is potential unwanted program. Typically, it uses an underhanded method to either disguise itself or as legitimate or piggyback on another program to trick you into installing it on your PC or tablet or mobile device. Stay clear of these pop-ups. You don't click or open them under any circumstances. It could make
Where is Dr. Benny? Dr. Benny?
you guys were not seeing me. Gee,
You're here.
I'm here. I told you that I am not a.
Well, it has nothing to do with us.
It's okay.
Dr. Derek has been having issues with his gadgets.
No problem. It's okay. So what I'm saying is that I'm okay. Let me start. I have to start over. So you guys did not hear me from the beginning?
No, we were hearing you. It's just that we missed you for a few seconds, and I don't know if it's me or what's going on.
Okay. Did you hear anything about pop-ups?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
How about this? How about okay? Not this one now. How about unrecognized texts or calls?
Yes.
You heard me. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Okay. The next will be signs. Okay. We have high data usage. You have not heard about that, right? Now, I talked about pop-ups. Unrecognized texts or calls. Okay. Receiving communication from unrecognized numbers could indicate you have been the victim of a data breach. Don't answer calls from unrecognized numbers unless you are expecting them or you can verify their authenticity. A hacked iPhone or Android phone can send text messages to all its contacts. Now, if the phone of someone you know has been hacked, your number could be the next. Check your calls log for any unusual activities. And if you see a number you don't recognize, consider blocking that number or that contact and reporting it as a spam. The next, you have high data usage. If your online activities haven't changed much, but your data usage has shot up, it could be a sign of a phone hacker. So malicious app running in the background can cause unusual high data usage. Review your apps and delete anything suspicious. So the next problem that you may be facing will be high battery drain. Are you charging your phone more often? Is your battery draining much more quickly than it used to? Your phone might simply be getting old, or you could have more than just a battery issue. Unwanted apps installed on your phone via hacking or other means can hijack your phone's resources and drain your battery quickly. Now, have you guys heard about hot phones? Is your iPhone or Android getting hot, really hot, and staying hot even when you are not using it? Like all devices, prolonged use, especially if you are streaming or gaming for long period of time, can cause your phone to get hot. But if it's not happening and your phone still feels unnaturally hot, malicious software might be causing it to overheat. The next problem we're facing will be Windows malicious software remover tool. It helps keep Windows computers free from prevalent malware. Malicious software remover tool finds and removes threats and reverses the changes made by this threat. It's generally released monthly as part of the Windows updates or as a standalone tool available here for download. Now, there's something that happens. Sometimes it reduces performance. Now, is your phone dropping calls? Are you not receiving texts, or are texts you have sent not getting through? Is your phone freezing, crashing, or unexpectedly rebooting all the time? The culprit may be malware or unwanted background apps draining your phone's processing power. Next, we talk about malware. Malware is invasive software or computer codes designed to infect or damage or gain access to computer systems. There are many different types of malware, and each infects and disrupts devices differently. But all the malware variants are designed to compromise the security, the privacy of your computer system. Now, if you have ruled out hackers, consider fixing crash apps on your Android phone. This time he's talking about Android. Dr. Derek does not like iPhones. Here we have websites look strange. You know, sometimes you guys notice that your websites look strange. A hacked iPhone or Android phone infected with malware can redirect you to unwanted infected website. If websites look odd to you, they might have undergone a redesign recently, or might mean you have inadvertently ended up on unsafe website. Unsafe website can harm your computers or cause problems when you are browsing online. Website with odd addresses, websites that have lots of ads, download websites, fake shipping website, and more. So when we talk about unexpected charges on your phone bills, have you guys ever heard that? Now, if your phone bill is higher than unusual, you could be recurring unexpected charges from unwanted apps, spiking your data use. You have fleeceware apps store. You're billed with with an excess charges, and if someone has removed access to your phone, they might take advantage of your subscriptions and other services. So if you have unwanted subscription fees on your phone bill, consider canceling those subscriptions and delete the infected apps immediately. You have short on time. All right. You have fleece web apps that were low qualities apps with deceptive free trials and subscription terms that are designed on hugely overcharge users for basic functionality. Do your research. Do your research when you see such things. Now, the next thing is that you have apps you don't even recognize. Sometimes when you look at your cell phone or your computer, at least we're talking about computer, phone. When you look at your phone, sometimes you may recognize strange apps on your phone. You may mistakenly download it, or you don't know what is happening. You don't know how you got that apps. Strange apps that you didn't even install shouldn't end up on your phone. Now, if you notice an app on your phone that you didn't put it there, a phone hacker might be responsible. Of course, some unnecessary apps come from pre-installed on new phones. Excuse me. Sorry. Everyone uses their phone differently. So sometimes phones with limited storage space or older phones show similar symptoms to a hacked device. So you don't need to immediately assume you have been hacked. But if you do notice strange apps that are hard to remove, see outrageous charges on your phone, or experience other problems that signals a malware infection, take immediate actions. Check out your guide to removing viruses on Android or getting rid of malware on your iPhone. Sometimes it's not easy to know you have been hacked. A mobile antivirus program like Avast One will automatically defend your phone from hackers. Avast One regularly scan your phone from threats and dictate malicious apps before you install them. Plus, it protects against malware-infected links and other online threats. As we all know, there are some common signs of phone hacking. which I believe I have already informed you guys. You have overheating phones, unrecognized apps, severe battery drain. Yes, I have informed you guys that. So, but how can someone hack my phone? Phone hacking usually happens after a target or a victim takes some kinds of actions, like clicking an infected link. Often, a phone hacker tricks people. There are a lot of people who don't know that much what is going on. Phone hackers are out there. So they'll try to trick you through what? A combination of social engineering techniques and exploiting security vulnerabilities. So the security vulnerabilities is like weaknesses, right? Then next we talk about phishing. Phishing is a targeted cyber attack that will lure victims into clicking malicious link. Yes, it will. I mean, there are a lot of victims out there who don't know a lot. So when I talk about lure, it's like it's going to trap you, right? It will trap you as a victim into clicking into the malicious link, downloading a dangerous attachment, or sending personal or other sensitive information. The aim is to obtain a victim's private data, because most of you guys have your private data on your cell phone, which is not too good. Phishing attacks are usually carried out over emails or text messages. Now, the attacker may cast a wide net or bait specific groups or individuals in what is known as spear phishing. Now, all hackers need is a convincing email or iPhone message for the hackers to take place, for the hacking to take place. Now, depending upon the private data they catch, hackers can gain access to various accounts and devices, including your phone. You guys remember how I keep talking about Wi-Fi, yeah, right? And Bluetooth. I know you guys, some of you guys have Bluetooth. So hackers can easily break into unsecure wireless networks and steal personal information and also spy on your private communications. Yes. So use a VPN, which is a virtual private network, to browse safely on public Wi-Fi and ensure what? And encrypted private connections. So hackers can break into that Bluetooth device too. So avoid pairing your phone to an unknown Bluetooth connection. I don't even have the Bluetooth myself. Learn how to tell if your Bluetooth is hacked and read up on the most secure type of Wi-Fi connections. You guys know about that SIM, right? The SIM swap attack. It happens when cyber criminals fraudulently request a new SIM. You know, like a new SIM. Some of us have SIM cards, right? So those hackers will request for that SIM card from your mobile phone SIM service provider using personal data they have fished out of you or that you have made public on social media. Since most of you guys love, well, I shouldn't say you guys, most of us, we love social media. Now, a SIM swap attack can give a hacker full access to your phone number, meaning that they will receive all your texts and your calls. Typically, the main goal of a SIM swap attack is to gain malicious access using two-factor authentication. Now, as well as following privacy and security best practice to protect your private information. You can also guide against your SIM swap attacks by setting tough security questions with your service provider. You guys know about USB cables arranged to send data wirelessly to hackers' computers fake, and fake can be practically distinguishable from a real Apple phone cables. So make sure, please, make sure that you buy only legitimate phone accessories from official stores and avoid plugging in cables or any other hardware belonging to anyone you didn't trust. I beg you. Next, we have Trojan. Trojan horse. Malware looks like a legitimate app, but in reality, it's full of malicious code designed to harm your devices or steal your information. Now, I keep talking about information. And you know what your informations are. Your social security, your bank account, your driver license, also your address. Now, Apple verifies apps on their App Store quite rigorously, but Trojans are far more common on Androids. So avoid installing any apps you are unsure of, and make sure you still one of the best antivirus software tools to catch anything that slips through. In conclusion, I would say protect against hack with strong security software. Now, from photos to finances, our personal lives are inseparable from our phones. Practicing good digital hygiene is essential to avoid hackers. Don't risk your phone getting hacked and your personal data being compromised. Now, you have McAfee, Avast One, and any other antivirus will dictate and alert you in the event of malware attacks. Plus, it will automatically scan your phone for threat, for protection of your browsing with a web shield. Now, and it will keep you safe from other online scams. Turn your phone into a fortress with Avast or McAfee and the rest. Now, I will say, I want to take this moment to really thank Mr. Ash Mofaria for the opportunity that he has given us. As we all know, that he is a self-sacrificing man, a man who has a heart for humanity, who stated that either I do or I die. We all know that he is here to correct corruption, to eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. Again, we all know that he is a perfectionist. He wants you and I to work as a family. Are you guys ready to work as a family? I haven't seen that yet. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. But again, I want to thank our tech brothers and sisters in Hyderabad for working so tirelessly, making sure that our first product called All Connect, in which we are utilizing it at the moment to be commercialized. I want to thank our COO, Brother Kamal, our Chief Marketing Director, Brother Nazel. We have our all media team, Professor Susan and her all media team. Most importantly, I want to thank our brand ambassadors, our affiliates. Reason I'm thanking you guys is because some of you guys decided to stay patiently, not complaining. Thank you all. Thank you, Queen Debbie, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Derek, for allowing me to say something about security, which a lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of leaders all over the globe, they always ignore security until something happens. And then they start crying. A lot of people, we do have 1.4 million, and I see only 57 brand ambassadors listening. Time will come. It will be too late. I will not be there to help. Thank you, Queen Debbie.
Dr. Benny, thank you. Thank you. I'm making use of the features of O Connect. Sis, you nailed it. Oh, you're touching on areas that I have not heard anybody talk about. I appreciate that very much. I don't know what's happening with Dr. Derek and his gadgets. Dr. P, at the beginning, when just as you're coming in, they had issues trying to do the setup. I don't know, when you have more than one gadget, it's a challenge. So I don't even know who is around now, if his system is still down or not. But what I can say is we're moving forward. I see that we have a lot of people who are here with us that we haven't seen them in a while. Engineer Mike is here. Queen Nadu is here. Oh boy, Bishop is here, and we've been missing a lot of people who are here tonight. It's a blessing. Dr. Benny, appreciate you. Keep doing what you do. I don't know how you do it, but keep doing it. Don't give up. All right. I see Queen JW. Let me see if I can make everyone attendee. Queen JW, because I think Dr. Derek is not saying anything. He may be having issues. Queen JW, just give me a second. Let me see if I can make everybody attendee.
Okay.
Because that way, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm not seeing next speaker. I'm not seeing you here. Why not? Okay, let me see if I can make Dr. Derek an attendee, and I'll go to the next person. Dr. Patience is here. Okay, I didn't make him. I'm just making everyone. I'm making Queen Feather. Who is Dr. Benny? Because if they ask you questions, you have to be available to answer. Dr. Benny. Queen JW is here. I did that already. Queen JW, see any change in your name and the number of buttons you have while I'm looking for Dr. Benny? Let me see. Where's Engineer Mike? Where's Dr. Benny? Dr. Benny was wearing a pink. Here she is. Queen JW, can you hear me?
Yes, Debbie, we're hearing you.
Okay. Queen Feather, I made you attendee. Has the number of the buttons for you changed?
No.
So this thing is not working, or what's going on?
You have to make, well, I don't know.
No, I did that. I said making you attendee, but even Dr. T, after her presentation.
Is it attendee or co-host?
No, I am not a host, so I cannot make anyone co-host. Okay, make attendee. Okay, let me go. Let me go over to attendee. Just give me a second. All right, I'm over at attendee now. Who is here? I'm not seeing everyone. I'm only seeing, okay, next speaker. Dr. Benny, do you have buttons now? Queen JW. People. Sorry?
I said I was out.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah.
Queen JW, tell me if you can see more than 4 or 5 buttons. Antoinette Sterling.
Dr. Derek, ma'am, you need a co-host. So Dr. Derek, sir, should be give you co-host.
Well, Dr. Derek has issues with his devices, so not much we can do
If you
to
make anything, so you should be need a co-host.
It is not me, it's the system, because when I go to speakers and attendees, it's showing me no attendees. I go to speakers, it's showing me 3 speakers, and we're here 51 of us.
I just promote everybody to speaker so they'll be part of this.
I have only one name there, and I promoted the person.
Yeah, everybody has been promoted to speaker. There's no attendee now.
Okay, because that's what I was trying to do. So, Dr. Benny, you can speak now, right? Okay, awesome. All right, this is time for questions and discussions. If you have anything related to the presentation by Dr. Benny, this is the right time for it. I see Queen Teda, your hand is raised. You can go ahead, please. I hope you can unmute yourself. You're welcome.
Yes. Thank you, Debbie. I just want to say thanks to Dr. T for her great presentation that went on earlier. And thanks to you, Dr. Benny, for this excellent presentation as well. My question is, if you are, say your Facebook account was hacked, what would be your suggestion that that person should do, Dr. Benny, apart from maybe changing your password? Are there any other steps that we should take?
I believe I'm going to work on this one with the Facebook one. I am going to. I'm going to work on a presentation on Facebook. If your Facebook has been hacked, right? If your Facebook has been hacked, you know that the hackers have hacked your Facebook. I think the only way is for you to recreate another Facebook account.
But
and
like
because since they have hacked your Facebook, those hackers will do everything now.
I guess they're updating
and
still.
Create some problems that.
Yeah.
Let's give an example.
And it's
they will
streaming,
say,
it's still streaming and everything.
you need some help.
Yeah, man.
Right? And
right.
They will all your Facebook friends.
Bless you.
Can Sister JW, can you mute your? Can you mute your mic, please? Thank you. So there is nothing that you can do because it has already been hacked, right? So the way I know what my own belief is that even though they have never hacked my own Facebook, what I will do is that I will recreate another Facebook account, because for them hacking your Facebook, they will lie to your friends that you are demanding for something. Meanwhile, it's not true. But if any of your friends receive a text that you are asking for money, I believe if your friends are smart enough, they will call you first before giving that money, because those hackers will pretend that they are you, right? And then send information out there just to be asking for money. Based upon me, what I will do is I will change my phone number and recreate another account. But when you create that account, you don't have to put your name. You can put a different name. That's me. But I think I am going to do more research on this and come back and present it here, if you don't mind. Okay, Queen Teda King.
Queen Feather, are you still here with us? I see.
Yes, yes. I was trying to unmute. I was
Okay.
to unmute. Yes, Dr. Ben, that's satisfactory. We'll listen for another time. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thanks for all you do as well. I know you're a hard worker in unpassive and unpassive family all over are quite appreciative of your contribution to the company.
Thank you, Queen Teda. This is important too. I think I'm going to work on this, like for social media, hacking your accounts on social media. I think I should work on this one.
Are you able to make
Thank
anybody
Okay.
co-host?
Excuse me, Dr. Benny, ma'am, can I ask you one question?
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, somebody, suppose
You're not a host?
my Facebook account will be hacked. By the any way I can recover that account.
Sure, I made you a host. No?
What, your Facebook account has been hacked?
No, not hacked, but in future maybe hacked. By the any way I can recover and back to my Facebook account. It's possible.
Well,
I'm seeing host on my side.
like I said, I'm gonna. I think I will get back to you with this.
Take you off.
But if you know, right now you know that it has not been hacked, right?
Yeah, I know.
Very good. So now, if I'm you, I don't know if you can back it up, so that should in case, if it happens, it can be restored.
Okay.
Or if you have
Yes,
all the
yes, host.
information that you have on your Facebook at the moment,
Are seeing host
if
now?
I am you, I will save it somewhere.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Should in case they ever hacked it, you will know what to do to recover it back. Or the friends that you have on Facebook,
Yeah.
try to locate them, get all their phone numbers, their names and their phone numbers and their emails, save them. So should in case the hackers, they hack into your Facebook, you'll be able to communicate with them.
Let's see. Yeah.
You,
Okay.
you understand? I mean, right now it has not been hacked.
Yeah. No. I my account is high secret, not account, but I want to know that.
Save all the information that you have, please, of all your contacts, the list, contact list, phone numbers, email address, and everything.
Yeah.
So should in case something happens like this,
Yeah.
you will know what to do.
Yeah. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too, my brother.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, Brother Gianna. It's good to see you, your wonderful face today. It's always good when you're here. We appreciate having you today. Any other person has a question for Dr. Benny? Brother Kumaran, it's good to see you. Queen Nadu was here, but I don't see her anymore. Engineer Mike was here. I don't see him anymore. Brother Harold, it's good to have you, Bishop.
And Mike has a trivia at 9:30, so maybe.
Yeah, Sister Benny.
Oh, Queen Nadu is still here. Okay.
Yeah.
Queen Jackie has her hands up.
Oh, thank you very much. All right. Queen Jackie, over to you, Queen JW, before I call on
Yes, thank you so much,
Nadu.
Queen Debbie. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. And thank you even more, Dr. Benny, because this topic is of high importance. It's happening, and the hackers is on the move. They're not stopping. This is their career. It's their job. I just had I think it was 2 days ago, they were talking about how the elderly are being the weakest link, and they are being, they're losing their savings. They're going to the bank with tears. So for us who's getting this valuable information from Dr. Benny, we pass it on to our loved ones so they can secure themselves, especially those who have elderly parents. you need to help them to secure their savings. You know, they're telling them to go to the bank and take their money out of the bank and to deposit it into a secure account until the matter is taken care of. But that's just another hacker way of getting their monies. So, Dr. Derek, this is really, I mean, this is what we all need, you know, and we're getting this information for free. So thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to even protect ourselves in all areas. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. We love you.
Thank you so much, Queen Jackie. Just to let each and everyone know, remember I talked about when someone called you, if you don't know, if you don't recognize that phone number, I know that people just pick up the phone. Do not, if you don't know, let that person leave a message. Let that person even text you and say, oh, this is Benny calling. Why didn't you pick up my phone? Then I will say, oh, I did not recognize. So this is what is happening, that they are trying to fool our parents here in United States. These older, our elderlies, they keep picking up phones that they don't know, they don't recognize. I will urge each and everyone, please inform your mommies, your daddies, your elderlies. It is crucial. I mean, it is going to be happening pretty soon again, because those hackers now know that OnPassive is real. Please be careful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, Queen JW. And once more, welcome to everyone who is here. I see Brother Kumaran is here. I see other international, our international brothers and sisters are here. Queen Nadu, you're still in the house, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Say something, please.
Okay. I want to thank everyone. I can say that in our languages, they say, if Sunday gotta be good, you have that feeling on Saturday. To complete what Dr. T was saying about knowing leaders, feel who somebody can be or yourself as a young age. Coming to the cybersecurity and the phone, sometimes you have messages. Hi, you forget our meeting last weekend or something. Will you be available this weekend? Very nice. And they even give you a name. The last name I have was Nancy. Hi, Nancy. How are you doing today? Do you have a plan for the weekend? It is so personalized that it's not easy to say it's not somebody that knows you. So you can reply. Or maybe you don't think a lot before answering them, and the person say only hi, and it's from our area. It can be your regular area code or next week. For instance, if I'm in the 646 zone, somebody can call me from 201 or 973, and I'm like, maybe someone that I know who is calling me back or testing to see how I'm doing. How can you recognize those things and say is fake?
Queen Dr. Nadu,
Right.
Look, I do receive them all the time, right? I don't respond. Remember, if you don't recognize that phone number, the text that the person just sent a text to you, if you don't know that person, you've never seen that number before, I don't think you should respond to that individual. I know I will not, because they try me all the time.
Thank you very much. Well, it's hard. It's like you are ignoring someone who remember you and trying to get track.
Guess what? I don't care. I don't know them. And that is why I am begging all our elderlies. That is why the hackers are doing, they are stealing all their information, stealing all their money. Because they are believing. Don't. Pinado, since I know who you are, right?
Yeah.
I know your number. Pinado, if I did not know your number and I did not recognize it was you. That's why most of the time when if I communicate with somebody, I know that person, I save the number.
Okay. And these
Look, if I don't recognize your number, Pinado, I'm not going to respond. Now, if you say I'm stubborn, I will say that I don't care. You got to be tough now. Don't be too nice to people, because I'm not.
Them want back their money. Oh, that's what I'm asking you.
You gotta be nice. You tell us always to be nice.
Yes, Dr. Nadu, you can be nice, but if you don't know the individual, no, I will not, Dr. Nadu.
It's true. Yeah. My other concern is the camera. I allow the microphone because the question comes out. Will you allow? I say yes, so I can talk. And tell them to call. But when I click on my camera, it doesn't give me that option to open it.
Because some people did actually.
It does not. It just show me that enable. I have the red that showing enable the camera. But before I can do that, I'm supposed to have the question. Same like I did for the microphone. I don't know.
Other than that.
Queen Dr. Par wants to give you the answer.
No. Try now or then refresh and come back in. Let's see. You have to be fast to click enable.
Yeah, I refreshed and came back.
Okay.
What's your name again?
For some reason, my browsers have been asking me again to allow. So you have to be quick.
Grace. Yeah, man, the name see.
Yeah.
Just refresh and come back now and try it.
Okay. All
right.
Tell them to come. I will try that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Queen Dr. Nadu.
And those who cannot hear, could you please log out and log back in? Because that's what happened to me. Please.
Yeah, I had to refresh twice as well, sis. So
yeah.
You can either refresh or log out and log back in as you suggested. That's a very good.
Okay. Everybody is in the meeting, so they should be able to hear. But if you join the meeting as an attendee, please remember to always unmute your speaker at the bottom of the panelists, because the corporate meeting, that's how we'll always be as attendees. So always remember to unmute. If not, you will not hear. And as Queen Nadu was saying, always quickly, if they ask a question to allow mic, allow video, always say allow, or not, you're not here too.
We do all of that, and then sometimes it just gets frozen in the middle of it. You have to refresh or close all the tabs you have open and then sign back in. Well, while waiting for Queen Nadu, if anyone else has a question for Dr. Benny, please, this is the right time before Queen Nadu comes back. I know there are no hands raised. I checked already. The last hand that was is Dr. Nadu. So if there's no one else, when she comes back, we'll say it will be after party time.
Sister Queen Judith.
Oh
yes. Hello, Queen.
Oh, Mama, Sister Judith Sene.
Yes.
Good evening. I don't know, it's good evening or morning.
Good evening, my sister, Queen Debbie.
How are you?
I am doing great, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome. The microphone is yours. Please proceed.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak and to talk something about these hackers. Queen DrBenny, thank you so much. Thank you for this presentation. It is so wonderful. I learned a lot today because most of the time these pop-ups, I have a lot of pop-ups in my phone. I have strange emails, or like yesterday afternoon, my phone rang. I don't actually pick up strange calls, but that code number was from Cameroon 237. I say, maybe somebody knows me and I haven't installed the number. I pick up the call. The man said, hello, how are you doing? You remember our meeting today? I said, which meeting? He said, the meeting in our group chat. I said, who am I speaking to? He said, I'm speaking to Pastor Paul. You don't know me? I said, I don't know you. He said, no, I know you. Guess what? His profile picture was a lady. As I'm speaking right now, that lady died 3 weeks ago, and that lady is still in the mortuary.
What?
I asked him, whose profile picture is that on your profile? He said, it's my wife. I said, Jesus. I said, Pastor Paul, you are a thief. He started insulting me. Then I just turned off my phone. This lady is in the mortuary, but this man is using that lady's profile and say, she is my wife.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. Beautiful lady. The lady is still in the mortuary right now from Isu. It was so terrible, heartbreaking. I said, oh my God. Maybe this man has been using this lady's picture and asking money from people.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Yes.
Don't worry.
So,
my own hacker say they were my husband.
yes.
I said, what's the name? John.
So, Queen DrBenny, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this wonderful information today. I have learned a lot. I don't pick up calls, but when I see 237, I say, it may be, let me pick up this call. I have family members in Cameroon. It may be somebody's, but most of the time, there are scammers. There are scammers.
Well, unfortunately, because of unpassive, I've picked a lot of calls that are not on my phone. You just have to be careful. I don't give any code out. Don't give any code out. I pick the call because it might be an unpassive, and most of the time, being unpassive, I need help. But if anybody says, oh, there's a meeting in our group chat, that's a red flag. Why is he calling you? Can't you see it? Oh, can you give me this meeting code? That's a red flag. That's why would they be asking for you? So the information that the person calls start asking is a red flag. So we just have to be careful. Even the emails that send, click this here, please, phishing, as DrBenny has been teaching us. As I said, unfortunately, because of unpassive, I've been picking a lot of calls that are not on my phone, and it's been most of the time it's unpassivians that need help, except the one that I think hacked by my mother's phone and said that he was my husband and asked me to send him money. So to send me the secret code that we used to send money, and that's why he got hooked. So,
oh my God, where?
There's no secret code, of course. So I just have to be careful. Because of the unpassive journey, and some of us are the face of unpassive in a way, whether we like it or not. People want to reach out for help. I've been picking calls, but the conversation will let you know. Nobody
really, that's true.
If you are dying, go to the hospital. I'm not a doctor. So.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, DrBenny. You know, your topic every week, it's always a challenge for. It's not easy, and then we'll send you back to school again. Now, next week, you have to talk about cybersecurity as it pertains to Facebook. So, the week after, the question for next week will prompt the following week. until the money starts coming, then maybe people will be more enlightened by that time. Anyway, I'm not seeing any more hands. Dr. Patience, I'm passing it back to you. Thank you for being around because...
I know Dr. Derek can hear us, even though we cannot hear him. If he can close YouTube, then we can start the next phase of our...
Yeah, so you can say hello, thank you to all our YouTube viewers for being with us today. We appreciate you always. Join us again every Tuesday and Thursday at the same time on Deep Dive, every Monday and Friday with Engineer Mike Live, and every Sunday